call Anthony Scooter Braun over here. Good morning, everybody. Today is Friday, February 9th, and it's the Friday before the big game. Anthony wanted to go with a Taylor Swift song. We had to explain copyright laws and everything to the old guy early today. If you want to sing, do you have a favorite jam you want to go to, Anthony?
No, my daughters are at school already. I'm sure they would know one. So
I'm sure. Yep. Well, Big Game Friday. This is actually our second annual Big Game Friday AMChatter episode. We got to get into it before we talk mortgages. We're going to get into updated interest rates. Give you guys a little update there. See where they are. See where they're maybe going here. Let's talk a little big game, Mr. Birko. I hear you have the props everyone's looking for this year. Give us a little preview.
Do. It's hilarious that DraftKings put these out there, obviously to take people's monies because the odds aren't great. Yeah, I mean, that's what they're in business for, I guess. But they threw out a bunch of Taylor Swift bets, and they named them after the song. So just for an example, one's 22, and that's to score 22 points in any quarter. We have the anti-hero, which Brock Purdy, he's the quarterback of the opposite team of the one Taylor Swift's rooting for. It's for him to throw for 250 and a touchdown. We also have, let's see what else we have on this little list we got here. Friendship bracelets. Travis Kelce and Kyle Juszczyk both to score a touchdown. You know, the big drama story with their coats. So DraftKings knows how to make money. In total, there's about 36 of them. Bets on there for Taylor Swift. I'm not going to read them all off, but if you want to make money, don't bet on those Taylor Swift bets. I would say
go with Patty M in the Chiefs. That's what I would say. Lock it, seal it, deliver it.
Take San Fran, best team in the NFL. They are going to absolutely smoke the Chiefs. So if you're looking to make some money this weekend, not by selling houses, take the Niners.
I would stick to selling houses. Take the Chiefs, go with the best quarterback in the league, and end it there. Anth, you get the final word.
I'm going to go 49ers by 3.
Okay, well.
Let's spice it up.
All right. Well, instead of doing some legal gambling, let's talk about interest rates. So interest rates, man, what a roller coaster we're having. I mean, early December, it's nothing but doom and gloom for 2024. Then the Fed does a little curveball to us, says that they're going to flip their 2024 outlook. It's going to be positive. Things are good for about 6 weeks. But now it's like, man, we're just kind of stuck in the mud right now. And producer, if you can pull up our trusty candlestick chart that we're going to get into. Let me know when it's up there and live.
What's up, man? Ready to go.
All right. So again, this is our last 3 months every day of trading with mortgage interest rates. The lower on the chart, the higher the rate. So this is when we were at close to 8% down here coming out of it. We all talked about the golden cross that happened in January. That was supposed to be positive. We had 1 day of positivity, and then ever since then, I'm going to zoom into the last month. As you can see, we're just a lot more red than green. I mean, that's not a great sign for rates. Even this week on Sunday, I quoted that we had conventional rates at 6.375 and APR of 6.741. That was Sunday. Just yesterday, I quoted rates at 6.875 with an APR of 7.251. That means they've gone up just 0.5% in this week. As you can see 4 out of 5 days red. That's bad news. So they are constantly moving. We have good streaks. We have bad streaks. Low sixes, everyone seems happy. High sixes doesn't make buyers as happy. High sixes, you start seeing more points and lenders hiding more costs. Low sixes, everyone's kind of happy. Give me your best rate and move on. It's weird how the market is literally working. At least that's how I'm seeing it right now. So keep an eye on the rates. We're going to continuously give you guys updates as we get in farther into the year, but no one knows what we hold. Now we had Fed Chairman Powell go on 60 Minutes and say, oh, we're not going to move as fast as everyone thinks. So the optimism in late December, early January seems to be waning here in early February, where it's like, okay, how much are rates going to move this year? Are we just going to, stability isn't a bad thing, but, that magical drop that we heard about, or those buyers that got the 3-1 arm in 2021 and dated that rate. I don't know, Anth, what do you have to say about that?
Well, the unfortunate part is those clients that, took the 3-year, adjustable rate. I mean, it's going to be coming due. Unfortunately, they're going to be taking today's rate, in that scenario. So, I mean, it shouldn't be too much worse than what they have now, but yeah, as soon as Powell made that announcement that they're not going to make that first rate cut in March, I think a lot of people were depending on that to drop rates even lower than they currently were. And then the government did a quarterback sneak on us and changed it up. So, but I mean, the rates are still great though. I mean, they really are. I mean, anybody that's waiting for these rates to come down in 5.5, I mean, there's a very good chance you're going to find yourself paying a lot more for the house in a multiple offer situation. It's happened over the last 3 years. It's bound to happen again. So.
Oh, I mean, Anth, I don't deny that rates are good for 30-year mortgages. Maybe a tad bit high, but not egregious like you try to hear the media talk about. But my worrisome is the buyer that got pre-approved on the good week that is 6.375, and now their rate goes up 3/8 or a half, and that just confuses buyers. And we just always have to remind everyone that rate you're getting at pre-approval is just that rate for that day. Generally, you're not locking in and getting that rate for sure until you get that offer accepted, because usually you need to have that address and that closing date so you know the specifics of the rate lock.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and if they were close on debt ratio, qualifying, I mean, $100 is $100. That could make or break a deal, on a client's affordability. So, if they got pre-approved and they're at 6.25, 6.375, they should definitely reach out to one of us or check with their lender that they're using to make sure that everything's still in qualifiable level.
Absolutely. Yeah. And Tom, I'll get back to you here quick, but just a quick thought there is, and don't think because a rate went up from a pre-approval that the lender's doing any sort of shadiness. The market is moving every day, guys. It's going to probably be fairly rare that the rate you got at pre-approval is the exact rate. It may be the same exact rate, but maybe you have to pay a little bit of points to keep that rate. You just don't know, because look at the candlestick chart. These rates, I mean, there are days they barely move, right? The small candlestick chart means there's no movement that day. The bigger the candlestick chart, the bigger the movement for that one day. So sure, like yesterday, there was practically no movement. The farthest candlestick chart on the right-hand side was yesterday. So that means it was a flat day. Rates didn't go anywhere. But the 2 days prior, that could affect rates of, 1/8 or 1/4%. And that's where buyers are getting confused of why their rate on Saturday was this, and they get their offer accepted in Monday or Tuesday, it's different. And it's, the market's closed on the weekend. When the market opens back up, the rates adjust to that. So just please keep that in mind. On the back end, us loan officers are always looking at the interest rates. We're looking at them every day. We have market intelligence. We try to get that out to you as much as possible. Our man Barry Abib at MBS Highway keeps us up to date, but even he's a little confused. He was talking about the golden cross that we see on the screen when the short term goes over the long term, and we've had negativity since that happened. So it's just it's a crazy market. It depends on world events. There was an interview yesterday on X with Mr. Carlson and the Russian president. It sounds like Russia wants to come to the negotiating table. From what I heard, he said, come and talk to me. So hopefully we can get that thing wrapped up. We can stop sending $76 billion to the Ukraine, maybe fix the roads or, fix some problems here at home, get the economy better. An ending war is good for the U.S. economy. So that is what we want to see. Hopefully that's what it comes to, but who knows? It's just no one can predict this market is what I'm trying to say. Go ahead, Tommy.
No, I think you guys touched on everything. I think it's very important that buyers are always checking in when they want to put in an offer and not waiting a few weeks and just throwing in their offer and making sure that they do still qualify with the new rate. I mean, sometimes it does go up like we're talking, but sometimes it even goes down and you might be able to get them to afford a little bit more. So it's just always imperative that you are checking in and making sure that your buyer is qualified.
Yeah, listen, we want to get our hard hat on and we want to get in that foxhole with you guys to get that offer accepted. If rates are moving every day, if you need updated estimates and purchase prices are changing and you're kind of talking to the buyer and we're talking closing date, is it 30 days? Is it 45 days? What type of program are we going with? Let's get your documents all in ASAP so we have no issues with underwriting. Like, we want to be there with you. The more you call us, the more we like it. Don't think you're bothering us. Don't think that we don't want to answer the questions. Like, we want to be your financial mortgage advisor through this process. And if you have a loan officer you can't get a hold of, call one of us.
No doubt.
All right.
You know what Saturdays are for,
Saturdays are for the pre-approvals, and they've been pre-approving recently. But Sunday, big game. Gonna try pizza number 5. So I'm not going to bother a pizza place. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
Time out.
Mm-hmm.
Can we please get a live chatter video of maybe not pizza 5, but can we get you eating the pizza challenge here on one chatter one day?
Probably not. No.
Stupid.
Okay. All right, fellas. Have a good weekend. Talk to you Tuesday.
See you guys.